Come on up.
Your Honor, Williams bond conditions, no contact, no weapons. Please. Yes, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Neela. Sir, you were charged with reckless driving. You're facing up to 30 days in jail and or a $500 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
One moment, Your Honor.
Take your time. No rush.
Okay. On January 5th, 2025, the officer observed the defendant's vehicle at the 8400 block of Katy Freeway, approach from the rear at 107 miles per hour in a 60 mile per hour zone, and passed the patrolled motor vehicle. The officer caught up to the defendant's vehicle and observed the vehicle to be traveling 118 miles per hour in the 60 mile per hour zone, along with cutting multiple vehicles off and almost striking one motor vehicle. A traffic stop was conducted and the officer made contact with the defendant, the driver, and sole occupant of the vehicle. The defendant stated he was just going with the flow of traffic.
Mr. Neela, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm now ordering you not to drive any vehicle whatsoever. Do you understand? You will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. And if you do, you can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand? If you would like, I can have you fill out an application or an appointed lawyer, and I can see whether you qualify to have you talk with someone today. Would you like to do that? Okay. Do you mind giving an application? I'll give you an application. I need to know everything about you, how much money you make, how much money you spend, how much money you have in the bank. I'll take a look to see if you qualify. If you do, I'll provide you a lawyer today.
Marcus Neela?
Judge, can I please in the jury regarding to a case review? I can give you a.
Okay, give me a call. Yeah. Let me have it.
Okay.
Judge, did you already talk to him about his non-driving affidavit and all that? That's why just go over there and sign your bond.
I told him that he can't drive.
Yeah, I know.
We're nearly 120 miles an hour weaving in and out of traffic.
No, I got you.
I was came back from work, like I had to get half a day, how much to go back?
My only condition,
Could there be like a curfew or something, or like anything like that? Cause I have to.
nearly 120 miles an hour in and out of traffic.
One.
I'll talk to you in a second.
Yeah, talk to you.
Okay. Did you sign for bond?
Arispe, come up.
And the uncle and his wife are in the corner.
Are you the uncle? Come on up. Thank you so much. You speak English, right? Thank you so much for coming. Speak English as well? Thank you so much for coming. That's great. When I have a support system for helping people out, because we want to know, we want people to leave better than when they came. This is the second case that we're working here, and we want to make sure that we don't end up with a third, or we don't end up, So, but what are you doing with yourself now, Mr. Arispe?
Trying to school.
Why trying? What does trying mean?
Currently, like enrolling in a new school. So
Okay, you need to do that. And I'm making that a condition of your bond. You have to get back into school. You cannot go through life without a minimum, a high school diploma. You will make pennies to where everybody makes $1. You have to have your high school diploma. It all starts there. In this life is a journey. It's a road that you travel, and it can be a really great road filled with nice vacations, a nice house, a nice car, or it can be a completely miserable one where you're just fighting with everybody because you have no money That's why people get divorced. They're always fighting because they don't have money. And it starts right here. And it starts with an education. That's what you need to do. You need to get back into school and no smoking weed, no using alcohol. Do you understand? When can this happen?
Tomorrow, my wife's gonna enroll them in school. His
Wonderful.
appointment tomorrow.
Okay, so what I'd like to do is I'd like to set this case off for about 2 weeks to give you guys time to do that. Okay, I'm gonna ask for Jillian to provide proof. As long as you guys have proof that he's enrolled, you don't have to come back. Stay in school. You need to graduate. How old are you now?
17.
Okay, can they still get him in at that age?
Yes.
Okay,
He's gonna take some, my wife's gonna enroll him in high school first, and then there's another program where he's gonna enter and graduate earlier.
so, the idea is perhaps get a trade, like welding, plumbing, electrician. You can make a lot of money. So these underwater welders, $150,000 a year. You're rolling in money. I mean, you have so much money, you don't even know what to do. You know what I mean? That's the idea. But it starts here. Knowledge is power. Do you understand? What do you want?
The income monitor currently, I believe it was installed, I think by the magistrate, or it might have been you, Judge, but
I
that
don't
was
remember.
when we weren't sure about his living situation.
Okay. Are you guys want me to take it off as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But I don't want him out in the middle of the night.
Oh, no.
Okay. You have a curfew. At the minimum, I want you home by 10. Nothing good happens at 2 a.m. with a 17-year-old out there. So you do have a curfew. I will take the monitor off, but I don't want you out in the middle of the night and you're not to have any weapons. Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Any questions? You got to leave here better than you came. And it starts with your education. Once you get that education, no one can take it away from you. And you can do so much. Jillian, with her law degree, can do practically anything. That's what it's about. Learning, growing up, so you don't keep making the same mistake. All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good luck, Mr. Policeman. Thanks for coming. All right.
Quick and short question for my respected audience. When someone survives a mistake like this without jail time, do they actually learn or do they just get lucky?
I have a bail review hearing for Mr. Justin Johnson.
Okay.
Can you bring him up, Judge?
You have a plea, you said?
No, bail review hearing.
Oh, well, I don't necessarily know if let me see. He's in custody, right? Oh, that's a high ball. Deputy, do you mind bringing Justin Johnson out? So, have you been on the assault since the beginning?
So, yeah,
On the assault, have you been on it since the beginning?
I just got appointed today.
You just got appointed today on everything? Okay, all right. I don't know anything about it. All I know is that he's got a ton of cases that are open. So I'd like to do PC on the new terroristic threat and then on the assault, because... No, wait. You want to talk to me while we're waiting? Talk to me.
Alex Frank.
Okay.
We're gonna do a plea with him today.
Okay.
And then also Aretha Murphy.
Okay.
So just waiting for the police.
Are you,
I signed the plea paperwork on Frank. I just need to sign it on Murphy.
okay, just tell me when you're ready, Brittany. Mark, we can do it. Oh, wait, are they both in custody?
Yeah, they're both in custody.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Johnson. Shh. Mr. Johnson, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with assault of a family member. You're also charged with terroristic threat of a family or household member. On both of those cases, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. I see that your bonds are pretty high. They're both at $50,000 now. I don't know why, but let's find out.
On November 17th, 2024, Texas, the complainant witness made a report that the defendant had assaulted her that day. The complainant witness stated that she and the defendant had been dating for 3 months and broke up. That day, the defendant went through the complainant witness's phone and found some messages between the defendant's cousin and the complainant witness, causing the defendant to become angry. The defendant then accused the complainant witness of sleeping with the defendant's cousin and cornered the complainant witness before pushing her against the wall and throwing her to the floor. The defendant then punched the complainant witness in the head 5 times and kicked her in the stomach, causing pain. So that's the assault in November, and then the terroristic threat in January, on January 7th, 2025 in Harris County, Texas. Officers were dispatched to a disturbance call. Officers arrived and made contact with the complainant witness, who stated that the defendant is her ex-boyfriend, and he came over to her home and stated, quote, "You are playing with my life. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to show you." End quote. Complainant witness stated that the defendant then stated, "Your baby daddy will be dead and you. I'm going to smoke you both." The complainant witness stated that she feared that the defendant would carry through with this threat. Officers called the defendant. Who acknowledged that he had several warrants relating to the complainant witness.
Is the ag assault same complaining witness? Really?
Yes.
That's a new case? Or
3 separate dates, same complainant witness.
Thank you.
And on the
ag assault, what happened there?
ag assault. All right. The complainant witness is the ex-girlfriend of the defendant. She arrived home on July 22nd, 2024. And found the door to her apartment had been kicked in, and the defendant was there waiting for her. The defendant began arguing with the complainant witness about the way she was dressed. The complainant witness told him to leave, and the defendant then stabbed the complainant in the leg with a pocket knife, leaving an approximately 1-inch hole in her leg.
He stabbed her?
No.
Allegedly.
Yeah, thank you.
So,
the complainant witness recovered the knife used to stab her, and then pursued the defendant in her vehicle. She also acknowledged attempting to run the defendant over.
all right, Mr. Johnson, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your cases. I'm issuing a order. Well, let me see if an order of protection has already been issued. I'm issuing what's called a magistrate order for emergency protection that identifies the complaining witness in this case as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person, commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within. I'm going to do 1,000 feet of where she lives or where she works. Do you understand? Sir. If you violate this, it's very possible they file a violation of protective order. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. You violate conditions on a BPO, we can have a hearing to hold you at 0 bond, and I'm going to do it in a heartbeat to protect every person in my community. Do you understand? Yes, sir. Can you file no contact and no weapons?
Yes.
I don't know if you're going to get out, but if you do get out, I'm ordering you to remain under house arrest, and I'm going to put a monitor on your ankle so I know where exactly you are at all times. Do you understand? You're not to use alcohol, any kind of illegal substances. Okay. Did you want to add anything?
Yes, Judge. My client was, I'm good for my client, Judge. If you want, we lower the bond. We opposed to lower the bond. My client works. He supports his 13-year-old daughter, and those are factual issues. Okay, I'm gonna let him have the floor. Yes,
No, because you know what? I just don't want you to say something. The only thing I know is that you have an open felony evading. You're on probation for felon in possession of a weapon. You pick up an assault family member in November, an aggravated assault where it's an alleged stabbing, and now a terroristic threat. So you were literally out
Judge, that's from the
all
same,
this, and now you've picked up.
That's from the same girl. She lying. I got screenshots and everything showing she lying. Why the same girl had me coming to your house and I'm stabbing?
Look,
sense.
Evidence.
I mean, I'm a fugitive in your house then. So why you ain't call the police if I'm a fugitive laying in your house? This case been over. I've been in your house and they picked me up from your house the other day. It's the same girl. She be lying. I got screenshots. She threatening, trying to blackmail me and everything. I'm not gonna stab no girl. I'm 31 years old. Never had these cases.
Evidence will point to whose side is correct.
I got everything. That's why I just want her to know because you on me like I'm really doing it. Like I'm not gonna do this to no girl.
It's over and it's over and it's over.
That's what I'm
You
trying
got
to show you.
5 open cases, man.
So I'm talking about the thing. I'm just showing you. This dude may come and say, I stabbed you. And I've been had to
I don't
open the
care.
warrant,
That's-
I didn't call the police to come pick me up. Why I'm in your house?
Mr. Johnson,
All right,
I'm not
yes, sir.
dealing with that here.
Okay, I understand.
The only thing I'm telling you is that you want me to reduce the bond.
I apologize. I'm just saying it's just eating me up for you to really believe I'm a stabber. I'm 31 years old, never had the cases how I deal with this girl.
Those are factual issues.
I'm telling you what.
Just understand that if you do get out,
I don't want to.
you got these bond conditions.
Some she come to my mama's house, she go to jail.
I advise my client that's something that he would have to handle outside of this court.
But she'll come to my mama's house. She is crazy.
The only thing I would say is that when you're out in your house, when you're out where you are, and she comes to you, don't even answer the door. Don't even go to the door and call the cops. That's all you got to do.
I got screen. I'm gonna get everything printed out for y'all.
But just, you know,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Johnson, in life, there are certain people who are a cancer to you. And if you don't cut them out of your life.
For sure, that's what I'm doing right now. That's why I'm gonna get this out the way. I'm gonna get the screenshots, everything shown, everything, and get this out the way, bro.
We're good.
Yes, sir.
I need him to sign the condition. I don't know if I'm going to reduce the bond. You know, let's do this. He's being held at no bond right now on all the felonies as it is. If that changes, come back and we can talk. Okay. But right now he's being held at no bond on all these felony cases as it is. So if and when that does change, come back.
50, 20. They're getting $250,000 bond and a 20 on the felonies.
I see on the ag assault, on the evading, it's at no bond. Right? On Mr. Johnson?
So I'm just gonna get my home, get the phone, get the neighbors, ring cameras, and for the neighbors.
Those are factual issues that we cannot fight.
Oh, yeah, it's over with. That's why I'm ready to go so I can get all my stuff done for the big court.
So I guess let's do this. Let's set it off a week to see what happens in felony court, and then you guys can come back and we go from there. All right?
So
I need him to sign conditions though, so he needs to sign with.
and that's for y'all court too, man, but this ain't true. All right, let's do it.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready to do the plea on Alex, right?
You have two in jail? Did you let them know?
Yes.
Okay. Just let them know. They'll bring him out and we'll do it. Yeah.
Just while we're waiting for that, I just want to approach real quick on Miss Megan Fine. She's on the docket today, Judge.
Okay.
We are 99% finished with the PTI. The only thing is she has the portable machine, but she didn't send in proof. She's trying to call the company to get proof over.
Okay.
And that's it. So I know you have to leave early, but if for some reason she can't do that, can we just get like a really short reset? So that's the only thing that's left that she needs to do. And it's actually done. I just need to get proof.
Yes.
That's it. Thank you.
Approach quickly, Your Honor.
Hey.
Good morning. How are you? Happy New Year.
You too. How are you, man?
I'm doing well. How about yourself? Look, I understand.
Drama.
I understand.
Tell me.
Early in the year. Jacob L. is on your docket this morning.
Is it with an E or?
It's with an L. With the letter L. His last name is like Lana Donsa or something like that. So, you know, I don't want to mispronounce it. I know his first name is Jacob, last name is Sarah.
I see it. Okay.
So, state offer number pretrial version. He's done the anger management class. He just has not completed the effective decision-making class. I resent him the link this morning. And told him I needed it done ASAP.
He's got until next Wednesday.
That's fine, Your Honor.
If he doesn't have it, I'm going to carry him day for day until he gets it done.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That's fine.
Have a great day.
Hey, Fleischer, Honor.
Yes.
We're trying to walk through. You have the PSR in
I
front of you.
see it. Capatillo?
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Do you mind bringing him up? Or hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, you ready?
Second, Judge?
Yeah.
Judge, on Tristan Smith, I have a
Still in?
report for you.
Okay, tell me.
The last question was about his being in custody. You mentioned that you were willing to let him out, and I assume no personal bonds, if we could show that he would be staying with an adult. I talked to a Miss Palmer, who is the woman that he was referring to. Miss Palmer is okay with him living with her, but she has some issues with the bond conditions. She does not want an individual living in her house with an ankle monitor. And she said she wanted to express that she is not his mother. Although he could stay there, she wanted to make sure that, I think she didn't want to take on any responsibilities that you know. So I told her I understood that this was merely about living arrangements and we understand it's temporary and all of that. But she said she was fine, but she just cannot do the ankle monitor. So I wanted to bring that to your
I don't
attention.
understand what that means.
She doesn't want an individual in her house with an ankle monitor. I guess it's something she's never come in contact with and feels strange. I don't know. She does understand that he's accused of a crime and that he's going through a criminal process, but this was her sticking point. Not what I anticipated, but that was a sticking point for her. So I wanted to bring that to your attention. And I guess my ask would be, would you be willing to amend that condition?
How are we able to monitor him then?
How we monitor him?
Yeah. How do we know he's not going out in the middle of the night? Just
Well, we wouldn't. What we could do is, of course, what you said you would do, which is random UAs every time he comes. You do frequent appearances for him. I mean, there's other, I mean, we don't know where
he
he's
has a hard
24 hours a
time.
day.
It's a hard time making it here. You know.
He does. He does.
We're
But I did discover that there may be some resources available to him that I'm working on in terms of transportation. So I think we can remedy that, and that's through MAC. I think we can remedy that. But that was the first thing, because I mean, he's been in jail the whole time. He hasn't been able to get out, cannot make bond, doesn't have a co-signer. She's not willing to be a co-signer for him. So it's either going to be he sits there, set it for trial, or the state makes an offer that you're willing to accept. That's kind of where we are at this stage. So that was the first thought, is whether you'd be willing to amend that condition. That'll get him out. He'll stay with Ms. Palmer while we work out these cases.
Good. I'm going to discuss with Kelsey in a moment and potential offer. We're going to talk about maybe a potential deferred. We'll discuss it with Kelsey and see if you're amenable to that, Your Honor.
Did you offer him a PTI?
No, PTI not offered, Your Honor. We offered previously a time served, but as you mentioned, you would not accept that. So we're going to discuss with Kelsey to see if some sort of probation.
And obviously, if the state were willing to offer a PTI, that's something I believe he would accept. But we talked about the potential for deferred, and I told him the legal implications of that.
My only issue is that if I let him out, as history has told us, when I try to get him here, it's very difficult. You know, there's this excuse, there's that excuse. The only time I'm able to get him here is because he picked up a new case. Otherwise, you know,
it had been tough to get him here, Judge.
I try to get him to go test, he just doesn't go. So it's
the last time when he was ordered to appear, he came, he walked 9 hours. I mean, he wants to deal with it, but he's like, in his words, the court took away my parents, so I don't have an adult to stay with. And I was like, well, your parents asked for you not to go there. But the way he views it is.
Have you talked to them lately?
Huh?
Or the parents?
No. I've never, I spoke to his mom. She a lady who said she was his mother.
But that's New Orleans.
Several weeks ago, but she doesn't live with, no. I've never talked to the grandmother. She hasn't taken my calls. And then the other CW was
Have you tried to call grandma?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because I was curious about the information that we received, but she won't take my calls or return them. So he's in this situation where he has no way to get out. He's missed school.
You mind bringing up Mr. Smith, please? Tristan Smith.
I don't necessarily want him to come to court every week, because that would, again, be absences and things like that from school. But if that's something that the court will require, we could work with MAC about transportation, getting him here. So I think he would be willing to do that.
It scares me to put him on too long of a leash, you know, because when we do that, here we are again, you know.
And Judge, we always have the random UAs to ensure that he's not ingesting any illegal substances. I mean, we have things to do to keep tabs on him. It's just a matter of how do we move forward with him not being in jail.
No one's checked anything on these. Hey, who filed these? Nothing is checked on any of them. Nothing's filled out on here. Mr. Brooklyn.
Alex.
I think you've done it the same way.
Right, it's, how's jail? The question is, how do we go from here? Where do we go from here? You know, all I want is the best for you, you know? And it seems like when we give you too much of a leash, no good happens. Nothing good happens. I want to let you out, and he has found you a place to go to, but I guess the requirement is she's saying is that she doesn't want you to have an ankle monitor. But if I don't put the ankle monitor, am I supposed to take your word that you're not going out in the middle of the night? Really? How am I supposed to monitor to make sure you're not?
I don't go nowhere. I just go to school, come home, that's it. I don't go nowhere, I don't do nothing. I'm just trying to go to school, that's it. I done already missed finals, been emailing her.
In this latest assault, where were they at?
So the latest assault, Your Honor, they were at, it appears to be at a residence. And then that's whenever they got into a group fight with the defendant and another female attacking the complainant.
Okay. I'm going to give you another chance, but I'm going to tell you now, 3 strikes, you're out. If I find that you're using marijuana, because I'm going to test you like crazy. As of today, I'm going to test you again in 3 weeks. If you test positive, it's not going to go well. Do you understand? You pick up a new case, and I don't know how else to get through to you, but if this is the only way, then this is the only way. I mean, somehow we have to get your attention. You need to make better decisions. If you come up across where there's going to be a fight, walk the other way. If you are hanging out with people who you know are up to no good, that they're going to go smoke weed, go the other way. If they're asking, hey, come on, let's go to the club, don't go. I don't want you out in the middle of the night. So you still have a curfew. Do you understand? What is reasonable, Mr. Brooks, do you think?
I have practice and stuff, so it would have to be like after like 9
I would say 9 o'clock, Judge.
Okay with that?
17 years old, school activity should be finished by 8, I would think.
Okay, you must be at that house. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have, because since she doesn't want the monitor, okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have pretrial call you at 9:30 at night to ensure that you're at home. You're not going to know when they're going to call, but I'm ordering them to do that. So they're going to call. And if we call and they ask for you and you don't come to the phone, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? Okay, so the bond condition is to stay in school full time, and I want proof. I'm not going to take your word for it. I want proof that you're actually enrolled in school. No drugs, no alcohol, no contact with the complaining witness in this case. Do you know who the person he was with by chance?
Second, Judge.
The person he was with?
In the second case, the young lady, she was not mentioned, or I don't know who she was.
No bars?
She was my ex.
She doesn't live with
No, she stayed all the way in Chattanooga. I don't even be in Chattanooga.
No bars, no clubs, anything of this nature. Life is hard enough as it is. You see how hard it is when you don't have money. Life doesn't get easier the older you get. It only gets more difficult, especially being who you are in today's society. The only way that you're going to get anywhere is with this. Knowledge is power. And with power and with knowledge, you get money. And once you get that education, no one can take it from you, right? Only good things can happen. If you want resources, we have it here. I can give you paperwork so we can get you a cell phone and we can get you a tablet.
I have a phone and all that. Like I have a phone, I have an iPad. It was just hard for me to find housing at first because I didn't have nobody. So
You have someone now. So if they set rules for you, no matter how bad they are, you have to follow it, because if you don't and they kick you out, you're on the street again. So if she tells you to wax the floor, wax the damn floor. Because if you're not nice to these people, if you're not good to them, and if you don't have patience, you're going to end up on the street. You understand? Patience is everything. Self-control. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Judge, for the drug testing, did you want me to just do it at the court's discretion so that for the dates?
I want to do random testing.
Okay, because last time we discussed it, we put them on weekly random.
No, I don't want to do that. We'll test in 3 weeks. 3 weeks we test them. And I also want you guys to call the house.
Yes, that's what we do for the curfew without GPS,
Right.
and you want that still 9 p.m. to 6 a.m.?
Yeah.
Okay, so still keep the randoms.
And no way.
Yes.
All right, stay in school. Okay, come on.
So, respected audience, at what point does the system stop giving chances and start drawing a hard line?
Yeah.
Page 6, Hoffman.
2501.
Page 7, Curry, that's where Raymond fell to appear first time.
2501. Good morning, sir. You are, is it Mr. Magoo?
Yes, sir.
That's how I pronounce it?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're charged with the offense of possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 21 days in jail, credit for the 1 day that, or sorry, 7 days that you've done. Is this how you understand the agreement?
Yes, sir.
You are giving up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. You can never take it off.
Yes, sir.
This is what you want to do.
Yes, sir.
Understand that from now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases you pick up. You also need to understand that if you're on probation or parole, this can be used to revoke that, resulting in further confinement. How do you plead to the offense, sir?
Guilty.
I'll find you guilty. I'll send you to the agreement. I'll roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. If it's enhanced, it'll be abandoned, and good luck to you, sir. Thanks.
Hey, Alicia, do we have an update on Milford?
Awesome.
All right. You are Mr. Frank?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Frank. Sir, you stand charged with the offense of evading arrest or detention. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 74 days in jail with credit for the 75 days that you've done. Understand that this will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. You also need to understand, Mr. Frank, that this is an enhanceable offense. What that means is that if you pick up another one of these cases, you may very well be facing a felony charge, years instead of days. Do you understand? You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, you can never change this. You still want to do this. How do you plead to the offense, sir? I'm going to find you guilty, send you to the agreement. The enhancement will be abandoned. Okay, good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Good morning, Ms. Murphy. Ma'am, you were charged with assault, bodily injury. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 81 days in jail with credit for the 27 days that you've done. Is this how you understand it? You are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So it's done today, it's done forever. You still want to do this. How do you plead to the offense, ma'am? I'm going to find you guilty, sentence you to the agreement. Is this one enhanced? Do you know? Let's see. It's included in here, right?
In the middle of they were typed it right there.
It's true that you had a prior assault. Well, no, then you'd have to abandon it. Because that would make it a minimum of 90 days.
Yeah, they abandoned it.
Oh, they did abandon it. Okay, all right. Good luck to you, man. Thanks. I didn't realize they abandoned it. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Sir, you were charged with the offense of assault, bodily injury. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
There is a, yeah. All right, on December 26, 2024, an officer was dispatched to a assault report. Officer made contact with the complainant witness who stated that her husband and her had been in a heated verbal exchange over her possibly having an affair. According to the complainant, the defendant was intoxicated and got angry when she began engaging in the argument about infidelity that were found on his cell phone. The complainant stated that the defendant then slapped her on both sides of her face multiple times, which caused pain to her head, and that she was also pushed to the ground, which resulted in her receiving an abrasion to her right knee. The complainant stated that she was able to stop the defendant from assaulting her further by using a baseball bat. The complainant had visible injuries to both sides of her face and her right knee.
Mr. Capatillo, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case.
Can we address that, Your Honor? The state, we've spoken about this, the state reached out to the complainant and we're in agreement for no threatening, harassing contact. They have 4 kids together. She has no issue with him living in.
I just spoke with her and she wants him back home, so.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
No, it just, now's not the time. Did she go to him with a baseball bat? Is that what you were saying?
Judging the dims, it indicates that she had I'm not sure what she did with the baseball bat. She said, it says using a baseball bat to defend herself at the very end there. I'm not sure if we have I'm not sure if we have we don't have an OR judge. That's all the facts that I have right now on that.
How long ago was this?
This was about 2 weeks ago.
And they're living together. He's supporting his whole family. They have 4 kids together. He needs to be able to stay home, provide, and be able to help his wife with just taking care of his large family. No assaultive history, right? No assaultive history at all, Your Honor. One of his sons is also autistic, Your Honor, so they really do need help.
Mr. Capatillo, you are not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to test you like crazy to make sure that you're not using. If I find that you use, I'm going to put you in jail. I will revoke your bond and I'm going to raise it up. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I will reluctantly allow you to have contact with this person, but I am ordering you not to have any threatening or harassing contact. You need to understand that what is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think it is. It's what the other person perceives. So if I go like this, is that threatening or harassing? It most certainly is, and it can land you in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
I realize that times may be tough. I realize you may have stressful situations in this life, but you need to find some kind of outlet for it. Because if I find any other issues, I'm going to protect my community at all costs. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I do.
Your Honor, requesting a $500 PR bond.
I am entering what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection that identifies her as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person, commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go. This comes with a residential restriction. I will take it off for now. But if I find there are any other issues, you know exactly what's going to happen. No consuming alcohol or illegal drugs from any source. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you say? PR bond.
Judge, I don't believe that a PR bond is necessarily appropriate in this case based on the allegations and the fact that, the officer is indicating visible injuries to the complainant. We believe somewhere in the range of a $3,000 surety bond would be more appropriate.
Your Honor, my client's a U.S. citizen. He's taking care of his family. He's in court today. He has no kind of assaultive history. He has a good job. We feel that a PR bond would be appropriate at this time.
Any other prior assaults or assaultive history that you see?
History is,
Has
criminal
NCIC?
history is from back in 2009, the last time he picked up anything, and it was a DWI.
Okay. Mr. Capatillo, I will give you a PR bond today, but I'm going to tell you, it's the only one that you get. If you pick up a new case, you start acting a fool out there in the free world, I will take the free world away from you, lickety split. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What did you say as far as the bond amount?
That's
Three?
That's for 500, Your Honor.
I request 3.
Okay, so I'll split it, 2,000. So you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with them. If they tell me they can't get a hold of you because you're playing games and not responding to phone calls, text messages, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. If you pick up a new case, violate any of the conditions, a warrant will be issued. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you ever have any questions, all you have to do is come back here and we can also answer any questions that you have, any issues that you may have, but don't just start doing stuff on your own.
Agreed, Your
We
Honor.
good?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Are you excused?
Yeah, but he can't leave until he signs.
Judge, do you need me to file anything on that one?
No, because he's going to be monitored because of the alcohol. 1 day credit.
Good morning, Your Honor.
It's still there.
It's still there. For Trey, Daniel, probation packet, and they offered for, I know this is one of their oldest cases in court, but I did tell my client, and he does not want the offer.
Okay,
So we would have to set the case,
Okay, sure. If that's what you'd like to do, whatever day you want.
because he doesn't want to.
okay. And then if you want to talk a little bit after,
Yeah.
I think there are some other things that
Okay.
we might consider if you can get those to us.
Okay.
Do we set it today or do you want to talk to them more?
I say let's just set it for now, and if we end up doing like a PTI
Yeah.
and dismissal before the trial date, then
I mean, I don't want to put it on the docket if you guys are just going to end up doing that, you know?
okay.
Let's just get a.
So then we can do a reset
Well,
or whatever you want to. Sorry, Judge.
because that's, we set it today for this very purpose, you know? I mean, the case is since,
Whatever you want.
let me
So I
see.
think, Judge, you want us to kind of agree to something today versus setting
You
it.
can, and if
Okay.
not, then I,
Let's
you
talk-
know,
We could talk about it.
hold on a second. You talk and then see if there's still nothing, then
Uh-huh.
No problem.
Justin, what's up? How are you? What's new? Yeah, looking good, man. Everything okay?
What's that?
Everything okay?
Yeah. Last night, I was saying that I'm tired of being cold.
Wait, you come here?
Yeah, officially.
Okay.
It's so cold. I was like, all right, fine. Probably 70. She's so sick.
You know, when we had that big freeze, the one where it froze, we were so cold that we turned on the fireplace, right? And we turned it on basically for like almost 3 days in a row. There's no heat, so we were all sleeping in the living room by the fire, right? And then I ended up getting like a gas bill. I ended up getting a gas bill of like $1,000. I was like, I nearly lost it. Is that what happens with generators? I mean, because they're running on natural gas. And they're, can you imagine? I mean, it's great. You've got a generator, but holy moly.
Just automatically comes on.
Remember, Rita, we were out of power for what, a week or 2 weeks? Remember?
Well,
It was like, is that what, when?
and then Ike was on also.
Imagine, I mean, it's just nuts. Like I wanted to get a generator and then now I'm like kind of reluctant to because it's.
Get a battery backup and some solar panels. Once you pay for it, you never pay for it.
Do you have solar panels?
You don't have money for it, but
Right, because this, I mean, it's what, 30,000. at least, right?
She's had it for 15 years. She's paid electricity in almost 2 decades.
My electricity bill is huge too. So, I mean, maybe, yeah.
Try it, check it out.
Good to see you, Jessica.
So we are most likely going to do a PTI. They just need me to provide some support of my client paying child support, which I can get that today.
Okay. You want to set it for maybe Monday?
That's fine. So if he does agree to the PTI before then, and then he signs the contract, does he still need to come on Monday?
No. If you agreed, contract signed, everything done, but I don't want it to hang around for another 6 months.
Right.
You know, like let's get it, you know, expect them to get it done just quick. Yeah. Okay. Done. Thanks.
I recall you saying that we were going to issue a modified in defense today, or did we recall that or not recall that?
We did a mow-up on Capetillo.
Capetillo?
Yeah. Did you not? That was a walkthrough. Hey, Alex, did you do a mow-up on Capetillo by chance?
Yeah, let me check, Your Honor.
It was off, correct?
Yeah, it was off bucket.
Yeah.
You
just can't get it.
I should be in touch.
Did you already file it?
We did. I talked to
Peter?
Good morning, Judge.
How are you?
I am doing well, I think.
Good to see you, like always.
Good to see you too. I saw you yesterday.
2 days in a row. Fabulous. Who is the gentleman? Mr. White.
Page 33 and 34.
All right. Good morning, Mr. White.
Sir.
Sir, you stand charged with 2 offenses. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. Second offense, you're also charged with failure to stop and give information. On the DWI, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. On your other case, you're facing up to 6 months in jail. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 1st, 2025, officers were dispatched to a major crash at the intersection of Westheimer and Synod Street. Officer made contact with the complainant. The complainant stated she was driving and she was at the intersection when the light was green. She proceeded through the intersection, saw the defendant's vehicle run a red light at a high rate of speed, and the defendant's vehicle was struck by the complainant. The damage to the complainant's vehicle was approximately $9,000. The complainant stated she was never contacted by the defendant to exchange information. The officer made contact with the defendant and observed glossy eyes, slurred speech, a moderate odor of an alcoholic beverage, and unsteady balance. The officer also observed swaying and disorientation. The defendant stated he was driving his motor vehicle when the other motor vehicle struck his, that he was the sole occupant of his vehicle, and that he was driving the damaged motor vehicle that the officers observed on scene. The defendant admitted to consuming alcoholic beverages prior to operating his motor vehicle, that he was coming from a steakhouse and was on his way to his friend's home to sleep, that he had drank 3 bottles of beer at a gas station across the street from the scene, and that the defendant stated he did not consume illegal drugs that night. He also stated he was unsure of which street he was on and rated his intoxication as a 5 from a scale of 1 to 10. The defendant stated he parked his motor vehicle, was going to walk to an apartment complex where the officer stopped him to tell his friends to call the police, and that he could have called the police given that the officers observed the defendant's phone on him. Center field sobriety tests were administered, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 4 out of 8, 1 leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and refused. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Did you want to say something?
Judge, I'm not sure about the quote, but I'd like to hear a little bit more about leaving the scene. It sounds like
I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything on piece.
You didn't say anything about the FSGI.
So on the FSGI, the complainant stated she was never contacted to exchange information. After, and then also furthermore, I can read from the complainant.
He stayed there, right?
No, Your Honor. So let me read from the full.
You got to leave.
So he was found at a gas complex, apartment complex where he was stopped, and that's where he made contact with the officers. And the full DIMS, I can elucidate that.
So he wasn't
at the
scene of the accident.
No, Your Honor. He was later found at an apartment complex. That's where he was stopped, and he told the officers that he could have called police because they observed the phone on him.
Did he say how far?
Let me see the DMs if I can see.
And Judge, he's bonded up both cases. I mean, there's plenty of room for us to negotiate and work with the state on this. I mean, it may very well be.
I just want to make sure that, you know, if he's charged with an offense, there's enough probable cause and, you know,
From Dems is about 5 pages long.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. They say the distance, just that they made contact with him at the apartment.
Where? At the apartment or?
The apartment complex where they stopped him. That was not the scene. And that's where they found him. And they saw him with his phone on him. And that's where they made contact and asked him if he could have called police. And he said he could have. And that he was walking to that apartment to get his friend to call the police.
And Judge, we have both locations of where the crash occurred and where he was found. If you could give me a moment, I can get the exact distance.
If that's the case,
I have a lot of problems here.
an identification question then, if that's the issue.
I have, he goes to the gas station, he's drinking at the gas station, you know?
Yes, Judge. And because he did state he drank at the gas station across from the scene. And then.
Do we know if he started drinking after the accident? Before the accident? Did the officer ask?
Well, he did state that he drank prior to the accident because he was at a steakhouse, is what he said.
Right. You have no distance on as far as where he was from
locations, and we can find the distance. If you just give us a moment, we can see how far the two locations are.
Well, I am going to go forward with your, I'm going to find that there's enough probable cause to go forward on the driving while intoxicated. Have you run his license, see if he has a valid Texas driver license?
Yes, Judge, his license is eligible.
Okay, I'm now placing a restriction on your license, Mr. White. You are not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an ignition interlock on it. If you're caught driving a vehicle that doesn't have an interlock, I'm going to revoke your bond. I will put you in jail. I am ordering you also as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If we find that you're consuming alcohol or any illegal drugs, likewise, you will go to jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance so you don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Mr. DeLeaf and he'll tell you when you have to come back to court. If Peter tells me that he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, then I will again issue a warrant for your arrest.
Your Honor, so it's 0.3 miles, and furthermore, upon reading the OR, there were bystanders on the scene that told the officers that they identified him as walking towards the apartment complex and failing to give information from the crash. So we have 0.3 miles, and a bystander saw him walking from the scene of the crash towards the apartment complex.
I will now, I'm going to find probable cause for now.
Okay,
Peter,
for now.
if you find something that's different later on, come
Okay,
back, we
perfect.
can always talk.
Yes, sir.
You are also not allowed to drive unless you have liability insurance in your name on whatever car you're driving. We are sending notice now to DPS that you're required to have an interlock. So every officer in the state is going to know if you're caught driving a vehicle and it doesn't have an interlock, they're going to take you to jail. Do you understand? Okay, so I'll have you sign reset with Victoria. We'll have you get with Fleischer for your bond conditions, and after that, you're free to go. Okay, guys.
Appreciate
Take
it.
care.
This is the moment the courtroom shifts from paperwork to real consequences. No yelling, no theatrics, just systems quietly closing in. Interlocks, monitoring, random tests, travel limits. This isn't about punishment anymore. It's about control and prevention. The judge is essentially saying, I don't trust promises, I trust data. From this point forward, every choice leaves a digital footprint, and there's no room left to explain mistakes away.
Miss Miranda, do you just want to reset? There you
Yes,
go.
Your Honor. I believe we're just,
Hold on a second. Do you mind hitting the soundbar button, please? Turn it on. Thank you so much. My soundbar's off. Bear with me a moment. Okay.
yes, Your Honor. I believe we're waiting on discovery. I reached out a couple times to the state.
It's not. That's weird, huh? One more time.
Can you hear me?
Nope. Hey, she's here on Gaitan.
Okay.
Yeah. Gaitan.
Okay.
Is discovery complete?
One moment, I'm loading it. Okay. Discovery is complete, Your Honor.
Do you have the blood?
This one, it was a breath case.
No, I can't hear. It's weird we can't hear you. Let me call IT.
Let me see. It's showing that it's picking up the sound.
You want to say something, please, or sing?
Hello?
There we go. Yay.
Can you hear me? Oh, okay. I was going to say it was picking up my sound or showing that.
Maybe if you sing to us, you know?
Okay, so I do show that I have police reports in the body cam, but I guess. Okay.
What are you missing?
I guess I'm not missing anything if he just said everything's here. Because I did reach out a couple times and I didn't get a response back, but I do realize the DAs have changed a couple of times.
Yeah.
The last I heard, I was waiting on a possible dismissal. I don't know if anybody wants to update me on that.
Alex?
It looks like a quick eval was done by Morgan, but we would request just like maybe a week to look at it one more time and then we can dismiss if we need to, but.
You want to do that? Or do you want to do?
We can do that. We can set it for next week if that's fine, Judge.
Yeah, I'll waive it. What day do you want next week?
Let's see.
Top of 11.
Any day but the 16th.
And Fridays. We don't do Fridays because it's an arraignment. So
okay, well then
any day but Friday.
Well, if he's asking for a week, I know the 15th will probably be too short.
I don't know. You think you can get it done by the 15th?
There should be plenty of time, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Okay.
15th.
That's fine.
15th?
Yeah.
What are we expecting on that?
Eval for dismissal. Okay, cool. All right.
Thank you, Judge. See you next week.
Thanks. See you then. Oh, any more arraignments?
Earl White?
So for the interlock? Yes. I already sent them Judge Council also confirmed on page 5, top of page 5. Then you need more time. Yeah.
Good morning, Ms. B. How are you?
Mr. B?
Yes, sir. May I approach, Your Honor?
What's up with you?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. I am here on Mr. Alejandro Guardado.
Okay.
Just want to get a status of what are you expecting out of this case, Judge? Are you willing to keep him on probation, or are you recommending residential, or what is your take on it, Your Honor?
Have we done a TRAS?
Yes.
What is it?
SAT.
That's it. You know,
What was that?
they were a SAT.
Yes, easy.
How long does it take to get in? How much? No, I'm not gonna, I can't, that's just too much. So can we do it and then have them report when a bed opens? Yeah, I don't want to hold someone 1 to 3 months without knowing if they're gonna get in. That's, you know, so do you mind checking to see and then let us know? So there's usually a wait to get in, but I think that that's unreasonable to have to wait 1 to 3 months. That's crazy. You know, right. So let's see if we can do it to where we wait for one to open up and then he can do it then. Yeah, okay, sure.
Which case? The one main verse or the older?
Hey.
Two things. On the breath device and Mr. White, his vehicle's in the shop until February 12th. Can he do
portable?
Portable until then.
Just advise him that he's going to sign a no driving affidavit. Do not drive under any circumstance, anyone's car. So we'll give him the portable device. Once he obtains the car, then we can switch it.
So he's in a rental car right now.
He needs an interlock on it then.
Can you put it on a rental car?
I don't know.
Can we put him on a blow schedule on a portable until then? If he's blowing 3 times a day, he's not drinking. Until he gets out of until it's February 12th, I told him he's got his truck back.
I'll put him on a scram.
Let me talk to him about it and I'll reapproach. Can I, real quick?
And your other guy, check on, it's
73 days old.
Where is he with
We
it?
finally got all his appearances waived.
Where is he?
We have finally done a full review of all the evidence. I talked to the prosecutor this morning about it. We are 1 letter short of the mitigation packet. I checked with my paralegal. The state needs to review the case. That's what I talked to them about this morning. There's 4 or 5 things that I see as problematic. So they're reviewing, I'm finishing the package, should be done hopefully by the end of the week and I'll get it to them. So if we could do one more reset, that'd be great.
It's not gonna be long, but I'll give you some time. Sure. And he's got to be here at the next setting and then we'll figure it out. So tell me, has anything changed with the PTI programs? Any news?
For DWI?
Yeah.
So what we are saying, PTI packets to Bernadette Abbey, but in like a bigger scale. She's having a lot to look at, but the criteria, I think she's being a little more strict.
You have to actually submit the application now with a packet. So we submitted a packet 2 days ago. It was rejected because the actual application had to come with it.
But any hardline rules, like anything above a 16 is denied or anything above a
She's just
2?
in general, like she just denied one yesterday that was below 0.15 and that technically could have,
Really?
when she was telling us that. in the
True
case
first.
meeting. I just know it's below 0.15, that's all she told us about it. But she's just being a little more strict on them.
That doesn't bode well for my 0.2.
Oh, I don't know specifics, Ron. We're still on it.
Is there still the line where if it's a 15, you need a mitigation packet?
I believe so.
Okay. All right. So we'll give you a couple weeks and then, he's got to be here. Packet got to be done.
Talk to him real quick about scram versus no driving affidavit versus.
Yeah. You let me know what you want to do.
I'll be right back. Thank you, sure.
Hi.
Judge, good morning. Commissioner Approach?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, I am back on Ms. Smith, Shanika Smith.
Okay.
I wanted to provide an update with the court. I know we spoke earlier this week. We called in Toxalock, which was the additional provider, and Will and I.
Tell me they said no.
And they still said no.
What?
Her make and model for her vehicle, we called the service department because they kind of transferred around to the person who's in charge of it. Replaced on hold, they came back on and said unfortunately her vehicle would not.
What is it? Is it
She has a Lexus 300.
the egg, the bubble looking car?
So I asked her for the make and model, she provided, and that's what I gave them. And Easy Locks was the first person she attempted. We then called Toxalock and they also could not install on her vehicle. And I don't know what it is about the vehicle, but they said no. So once we got that answer, we spoke with Ms. Gomez because we know with the portable device, there's going to be some issues. She's asked me if we just have 2 weeks so that they can figure out with the new administration and the new changes that are coming with the program, if there's something we can work around of some sort, or something they can suggest. So she said in 2 weeks, we'll have it all figured out.
Yeah,
and
okay,
we'll
no problem. For sure. Yes.
Thank you.
Sure. He's totally fine with the scram. He understands and he says he has to work, so scram's fine.
So any alcohol, I'm taking his privilege to drive away. Let him know.
I told him that.
I don't care what it is. Let him know. Would you mind having him come up? Mr. White, come up.
Is he getting anything for the scram, Judge?
Sorry? No, I never make anyone pay for it. I want you to understand that as soon as you get your car back, you must have the interlock on your own car. Do you know, I guess, so we need to figure out and have a date when you're going to get your car back, because I can't imagine you're going to be in a rental car forever because they're stupid expensive. Is that the day? Okay, so let's do what we're going to do. So I'm putting a monitor on your ankle so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. This thing is extremely finicky. So be very careful what you put in your body. And I don't care what your excuse is. If I find that you're consuming, you have any alcohol on board, I'm taking your privilege to drive away from you. Do you understand? That includes mouthwash, tequila, lollipops, hair dye. I've heard so many excuses. I don't care. Just you are old enough to know what to put in your body. If you don't, for example, like an energy drink, if you don't know, then don't use. That's the bottom line. Do you understand? Okay. All right. So we'll put it on. I'm going to waive the fee for you. I guess February 13th or one of those days after. Let's do the reset for that day so you can come back in and we can switch it.
I think that's the day we did the reset.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Whatever day. Yeah.
Judge,
Okay.
so for the INT, for time after that, whenever he does get an INT, do you want to have the scram removed then as well?
Yeah. Proof of the interlock installation first, and then we remove the screen.
Yes, Judge.
Yeah.
And then also for that, did you want the no driving or?
No, because he's driving a rental. That's why we're putting on the scram. I don't think you can put it on the rental. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Please.
Did you change the reset date? February?
What day did you put?
March 13th.
Yeah, we need to do it for February. Like whatever day that they're going to choose. Doesn't matter to me.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Peter.
February 13th is a Thursday. Judge, is that a required appearance?
Yeah, so they can switch it out.
And Judge, if we do that, it's gonna take him probably, he's gonna have to set the appointment up. I guess he could pre-set the appointment up to do it.
Do you want me to waive it or do you want to waive it or what do you want to do?
No, I'm just worried you want to have the device on by the 13th and maybe the 20th.
Yeah, Peter, whatever day you want. Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, we can waive his appearance, that'd be great. And then
Okay.
I'll be able to give you any information.
Yeah, but just we need it done by that day. But soon thereafter,
We're gonna move it a week past that, just so we make sure we have the device on.
Okay, sure.
And I guess if he's getting the scramble, maybe he should come to court.
That's what I was saying, because he's going to have to come here anyways to get it removed. Right.
I mean, what I can do for that, I'm making a note of it for that, and he can provide proof of the installation. We have a forms and stuff to pretrial services.
Okay.
So once he goes there and provides proof of getting the interlock in there, I'm permitting him in his conditions now for them to allow him to take the strap off.
But he has to have proof of the interlock first.
Yes, I have that in there.
Judge, you said that's a required appearance? William, Gerard, come up. Also, Judge Fleischer is on Zoom.
Yeah, I see him. I got him.
Oh.
Mr. Williams, you're charged with terroristic threat of a family or household member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On December 29th, 2024, the officer is dispatched to a disturbance involving a weapon at an apartment in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the complainant, who stated she and the defendant are in a dating relationship, that she left the club with a witness, and she received a call from the defendant asking where she was at. The defendant was upset because she was not at the apartment when he was there, and the defendant was texting her that she better not be at the apartment and that would be her best bet once he got to the apartment and she was not there. The defendant was texting her, but the complainant stated that when she returned to the apartment, she observed the defendant walking towards the motor vehicle she was in with a black metal object in her hand, banging on the window of the motor vehicle, and the defendant told the complainant to get out of the motor vehicle or he was going to drag her ass out. The complainant felt threatened and called the officer. The defendant sent text messages to the complainant reading, "It's cool because whenever I catch you, I promise you on my life, bitch, I'm going to show you. You think I'm bullshitting? Let that bum ass have you made for each other on my mama. So I'm telling you to stay where you at. But for real, whenever you come here, bitch, you better have backup because I'm going to drag you, bitch."
Yeah, that's how I just said the other times.
Mr. Williams, there is probable cause to go forward. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this complaining witness and not to be in possession of weapons. Do you understand? There is a protective order that has been issued in this case. Get to know it, because if you violate the protective order, the state can file a violation of protective order against you, and it's one of the worst cases you can pick up. You understand? We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. We'll have you take a seat in the jury box. So we'll get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it. And then you'll be free to go.
I had came to court when I was, and they had appointed me in court.
That was for probable cause court, but it doesn't.
To be able to have a, well, he had found me entered it to be able to have a court appointed lawyer.
I have a financial affidavit here that says that you make nearly $8,000 a month.
Well, I'm not at work. I'm not gonna be able to go to work until this case is over. So I've been out of work since October.
All right, so let's do this. I'll have you fill out a new one. Just put all the information on it. I'll file it, and then assuming you do, I'll give you a lawyer today. Okay? But I need you to fill out another one. I cannot give you a lawyer when I have an affidavit that says that you make that much. So I need to know the true number. No. Let's not talk about the case now.
No, it's not about a case. It's about me going to work. I have my.
Let's do this. Hold on. I don't want you to say anything where just let me have you look. Let me have you do this. If you qualify, I'll give you a lawyer. Talk to the lawyer. The lawyer can come talk to me. Okay? All right, please.
Judge, the second arraignment is right now, it's on the side there.
Neela? Q.
Hey, Judge.
What's the word? Hi.
Gerald Williams.
Bond custody.
He's on bond, yes.
Okay.
And I was just appointed to him. After speaking with him, he was placed on, they put a GPS monitor on him, and also a curfew. And Judge would like to see if we can take the GPS monitor off. He already has a no contact order with the complainant. And he works in refineries, so he does 12-hour shifts where he's either working all night or then all day, and then he's also trying to do DoorDash as well.
The problem is that he just pled to, if memory serves me right,
Yes.
he just pled to an interference. It's the same complaining witness.
Yes, Judge.
Right? And now he has a terroristic threat, same complaining witness where he makes threats. Does he have any prior assaults against this person? I see a prior impeding breath.
Yes, same complaining witness, that was dismissed. I can look at the reason for why it was dismissed.
I'm near her, you know, I don't.
Can we get the
she lives
curfew
with
taken
me.
off so he can work? That's the big thing. The GPS will stop, you know, will stop, but that's, you know, just so he can make a living, Judge. I mean.
How do I know that he does that? You know?
He's no longer with the complainant as far as, they're broken up. And
I don't want you to go anywhere near this complaining witness. I don't want you to go anywhere near where she works, where she lives, prays, nothing.
So I don't want no more computers with this situation.
Wonderful. So
I already got all my belongings from over there. We no longer have communication with each other. I don't even want to deal with the situation because it's getting too much for me. If you know, I mean, we've been through this situation, you call the police on me, then.
okay, I don't want you don't have to say. When you get cancer, you cut it out, otherwise it kills you. People can have that same effect on you. Right, we're working on the third, same, so cut it out. And that's it.
I'm done.
So he's asking me to take the curfew off. What do you do for a living?
I work in a refinery, managing the contractor to total safety. I actually have a job that's going on right now that they just called me on. And I have to almost listen to the fact that I'm facing the truth. I just signed up for DoorDash. I'm just trying to keep myself busy. That way I don't have to be into no trouble at all.
Okay, but I don't want any more issues. If I find one iota, I'm gonna go nuts.
I promise you, you won't have to worry about it.
Okay, all right, Hugh. I'm leaving it on for now, so that we know. And then please reach out to complaining witness, let her know what we've done, so that if she has any issues, let you guys know. You can bring it to our attention, and we go from there. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay,
The
all right,
curfew,
man.
we're moving the curfew though, right?
Yep. Mr. Williams, just cut it up.
I promise you.
All right, thanks, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, Judge, can I approach?
Yeah, talk to me.
I have a plea on Ramos Ramirez.
Okay, ready?
How long was it?
Please.
Happy New Year.
Don't worry.
Thank you.
Mr. Ramos Ramirez, you were charged with reckless driving. You're facing up to 30 days in jail and or a $500 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 1 day that you've done. This charge is going to go on your record. From now, you'll be facing a minimum of jail time. So no more proverbial slaps on the wrist. The other thing that you need to understand is that the Texas legislature has made it very easy for district attorneys across the state of Texas to seize and take cars from individuals who continue to participate in acts like these. So if you are arrested on a racing, reckless driving type case again, it's very possible that they seize and take whatever car you're driving forever. I'm telling you that because I've seen it happen. Do you understand? If you want to participate in these types of actions, there are certain places in Houston that you can go to do that. On our freeways, where it's very unsafe, this is not the right place.
Okay.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. Is this what you want to do?
Lo que usted quiere hacer. Okay.
How do you plead to the office of reckless driving, guilty or not guilty?
Culpable o no culpable. Guilty.
I'm going to find you. I will sentence you to the 3 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 1 day that you've done. How old is he, Brandon?
22.
What do you do for a living, sir? Do you work?
Trabaja.
Sí.
Yes.
What do you do?
Una compañía Houston dicen de mantenimiento de apartamentos.
I work for a company in Houston, apartment maintenance.
What about court costs?
Can we pay him? Can we have a payment?
Sure. All right. You'll be required to pay the court costs. If you do not pay them, a warrant for your arrest will be issued. Be careful. The other thing is, I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission, you go to jail. It's very possible they put an immigration detainer on you, so be careful. I don't know what your status is, but this life's a short one. It's not fun spending it in a 6x9 box. All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, yeah, you got to abandon it. All right, this is Mr. Chang, right?
Sorry? Yeah, that goes to, yeah.
So, good morning, Mr. Chan. So it looks like you have someone that's going to post your bond.
Yes.
Understand that we do this one time and we do this one time only. You know that actions have consequences, and if you fail to go turn yourself in by the time that we give you, I'm going to revoke the bond and I'm going to set it at 0, and that's it. Do you understand? So is there a bond set over there?
No, I don't believe, not until he self-surrenders, or until he's returned, sorry.
So once you do that, you got to let him know when you're going to do that, so we know to look it up. All right? Okay, good luck. Thanks.
They did.
Hey, I'm glad you're here.
I can give you enough.
Okay.
Our plan is to plead to a 3-year deferred felony. I want him to be employed because it'll be a second felony doing the TRAS. If he goes in unemployed, they may fill his time with some inpatient. So, and.
Wait, what's the offer? Say it again. Yeah, but what, do you have an offer up there?
Yeah, 3 years deferred.
Okay, I see.
And I want to plead to it when we come back. So he does his TRAS.
When does that say?
30 days. Do you have a recess then?
Do you have the actual date of the TRAS?
No, so the way she likes to do it, we're coming back February 11th. She likes for them to plead, and then she sets it for sentencing. So.
And then they do the TRAS.
Right.
So you're set to plea next time?
Yes. And the reason why I want him to be employed, so therefore, that will be a positive factor because this will be his second felony probation.
Is he working now?
No, he says he has a job lined up in 2 weeks. Now, if he doesn't, we're still gonna plead him.
So it's set to plea next time?
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely plead it next time. It's not set for a plea, but he already says, yes, let's do it. I said, okay, great, get your job,
I'm not, because at here, the next time, I'm going to set up a trial. I'm not, come up. Don't worry about it. You're fine. I'm glad you made it. You are out of time. The next time you come here, if you have not resolved upstairs, because I'm not going to hold it forever, then I'm going to set your case for trial here. And that's it. He's giving you great advice on what to do. It's imperative that you follow the advice because it's what he's telling you to do is it's going to help you. Do you get what I'm saying? It would probably behoove you to go above and beyond the call of duty, because when you put your heart and soul into something, you can get damn near anything. If you bring something like on a bar napkin where it looks like you just did it 2 minutes before, you do a half-ass result or a half-ass job, you're going to get a half-ass result. It's like that in life with anything. Do you understand?
Sure.
So if it works, and then the agreement here is, in this case, gets dismissed once it gets taken care of upstairs, or what?
There's no agreement yet, but I'm pretty sure they'll do that upstairs. I don't see that to be a problem.
Okay, so we'll see what happens up there. If it just ends up getting reset again, that's it. I'm setting it for trial here. I'm not playing this game again. Your case is now 211 days old. By then, it'll be nearly 250. I'm not playing this game. Next setting is clear trial. Do you understand?
Sure.
Okay. All right, Frank.
I think that's.
See you then.
I have last question. If you were the judge here, where would you draw the line between mercy, accountability, and public safety?